Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be the continuation of our quest to try the best drugstore foundation on the market, and basically it's a 10 days of wear test, and then at the end I'm doing a wrap up with the best and the worst ones. Some of these foundations are first impressions, so there's like a 2 months between me filming the first impressions and me doing the wrap up, but for you it's just at the end of the week basically. And then today we are testing a foundation I have definitely tried, so this one is definitely a review. I already have an opinion, but you know, we're still doing the wear test, the close-up in from the window, natural lighting, so you can see how it performs on my skin from up close and everything. The Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. This is a best-selling drugstore foundation, that's why it's in here. A lot of people rave about this, especially people that have dry skin. I have combination skin, so I do get oily in my T-zone, mostly on my forehead, and I do have dehydration, especially on my forehead. This is my forehead now, my nose. So some foundations look like poo on my nose. Some of them don't emphasize the dryness at all, and this I hate. But I might change my mind, which is why I'm doing the wear test, because I mean, I get to show you the texture of my skin, and at the same time maybe I'll change my mind. So if you don't know, it comes with this absolutely pointless spatula at the end. Like, I don't even get to like get the side of the foundation with it. Honestly, it's so pointless. I get really offended with these little things like that. Like, if you give me like a pump, I'll be very happy. If you give me no spatula, no anything, I'll be like, whatever. But giving me something that is pointless is just like, it's very early in the morning. I'm very feisty. It's just a little pet peeve, really. I have the shade 361C, which is Shell Ivory. And I don't know, it's been a while since I've actually tested it. So as always, I will be doing a little swatchy on my hand so we can see how much it will oxidize. So the color seems actually a pretty decent match for me right now. I'm definitely on the fair side. So let's pointlessly use it to apply on my face. Let me zoom you in. I'm actually genuinely curious. Do you care about the applicator or not? Like, do you prefer a pump? I feel like most people do. Do you get mad, irrationally mad over things like this? I know it's silly, but I can't help it. So let's see the coverage we can get from this. You can see I don't have too much going on at the moment. My cheeks are a little red. I do have some leftover acne, but like nothing terrible. So let's do half. Ooh, yeah, it definitely does smell like paint, which I mentioned in other videos. Paint I can deal with as long as it doesn't smell perfumey, like flowery or like powdery. That I can't stand. Oh yes, I just did that. Nice. So as always, I am applying it with a sponge just for consistency. We're gonna do half my face. But yeah, this foundation is supposed to be like really great, like natural finish. It's supposed to give you like a good medium coverage, and it's supposed to be especially good for anyone that has dry skin. But I've been struggling with it because I feel like every time it just sits on my skin / it emphasizes all my dehydration, and I get more and more frustrated because I keep seeing people raving about this when they have dry skin, and I'm like, how? Because it just doesn't work for me. Obviously everyone's skin is different, but you know, you do get a little confused sometimes. I still hate it. Okay, I will show you a close-up in front of the window in a bit, but actually let's attempt this too. So I'm gonna be bringing in from the window like I usually do, but I just wanted to try and see if it will be in focus. It feels like it's so dehydrated looking where I have pores that it just makes them look so much worse. And it just sits on top of my skin, which I feel like in this lighting, it's not the easiest thing to see. So once again, I will bring you in from the window. And on me, it's like barely light coverage. Like it didn't cover everything, and it just like, you can still see the redness. And like, it's my skin but worse. You know, there's like my skin but better. This is my skin but worse. I just can't deal with it. And we're gonna see it on my nose once I complete it, that it just emphasizes the dehydration so much more. It just makes me feel super crusty. Like, that's the best way of saying it. And obviously, oh my god, my hair really wants to be painted today. I would rather wear nothing than obviously wear something that makes me look worse, right? Especially when it's targeted for people with drier skin and it makes me look super dry. It just confuses me. Honestly, I don't get a hype. And I wanted to love it, obviously. I didn't buy this hoping I would hate it, but it just really doesn't work. And I've tried everything. I've tried wearing it under oil, over oil. I've tried wearing it like when I'm not as dehydrated, and it just, you're gonna see at the end of the day. It doesn't get better, let's just say that. Oh my god, my nose. And like I scrubbed it this morning because I was like, let's try to really make it work. My skin looks so sad. I look like I have so much texture in between my brows, and it's just, anyway. I'm gonna keep letting that dry. I will be applying the rest of my makeup, and then I will bring you, do the fresh swatch at the window. We're gonna cry all day over my skin texture, and okay, so we're about like 30 minutes, an hour later. I applied the rest of my makeup and I wanted to show you what it looks like. Honestly, I don't know how bad it looks right now compared to other foundations because this is one of the first ones I'm filming, but honestly, I feel like a dry potato. Like, I don't like it at all. It makes me feel like self-conscious about my skin. Hopefully you can kind of tell how dry looking I am. Like, not cute. I barely applied a tiny bit of powder and I just feel like I look terrible. It didn't really cover any acne that I had, and honestly I just feel it on my skin kind of being dry, which is so confusing to me because again, I feel like I hear people say that this is great for dry skin and I don't even have dry skin. So I'm gonna keep wearing this and I will update you. I tried to compensate by going like lilac blush and like highlighter, but nothing's gonna salvage this. So I'm gonna see you probably in a few hours to show you how it's been wearing. Okay, I wanted to update you because I've been wearing the foundation for about like 4 or 5 hours and it's just looking worse and worse, and I'm hoping that, oop, did away. Maybe you're gonna be able to tell. Honestly, I was rewatching what I filmed earlier and I'm so negative, honestly, just because I get so frustrated with this foundation. I'm a little bitter because I've been trying to make it work for the longest time, and like I keep hearing people raving about it and I really try to make it work for myself and it just won't work. So at this point I kind of have like given up, but I really wanted to include it in this series since it is a best-selling drugstore foundation and I really wanted to be able to review it and show you what it looks like on my skin, which is not great. You can see on my cheeks, I swear my pores, I've not looked this bad with any other foundation. Like, it almost looks like I have like lines on my face because it's so like crusty and sitting badly on my skin. I just can't deal. And my nose is definitely not looking great either. Considering my nose was actually perfectly fine this morning, it's very frustrating. Even between my brows, like the texture is so bad. And then my chin, which, honestly, it just, I can't. So yeah, I'm gonna keep wearing it because we need to do 10 hours. But if it were any other day, like if I had tried this foundation for the first time, honestly, I would probably have just removed it and been like, yeah, no, like right away. So yeah, it's a long day. So I have been wearing the foundation for about 10 hours now, and I wanted to update you one last time. I started filming this video way too late, so now I'm really tired. Honestly, I did not have a hard day, like at all. My skin was doing well this morning, and I feel like I haven't done that much today that could have prevented the foundation from performing well. And it doesn't look as bad as I've seen it look on me, to be honest. I think that's the beauty of a proper review instead of a first impression. I've definitely seen it do a lot worse than this. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either. So I'm definitely shiny on my forehead, which is totally usual for me. My cheeks, which, can I zoom in more? Now we're talking. Hopefully you can see, because I feel like sometimes it struggles to really zoom and focus, but my cheeks are still looking kind of weird. I swear this section just feels irritated. Like it looks like it's been like scratched and it's like dry and like it just doesn't feel nice on my skin. My nose is definitely not looking so great either. There's definitely a bunch of dry patches and I feel like it didn't cover anything. Like I can still see any redness, any acne, and it just didn't provide the comfort of covering what I want it to cover. And the texture is not so great either. Between my brows kind of annoys me because again, it's kind of a mix of oily and dry and just texture in general. And same thing on the other cheeks. So overall, it's just not my favorite foundation. Currently, we're still winter spring, so I feel like it's not as harsh on the foundation, but I've used it last summer and it just really sat on my skin, and it was a mix of making my skin kind of feeling dehydrated and oily at the same time. So basically it would start moving around and just accumulate where I had dry patches. And it was just obviously not my favorite look. Not so much right now, probably because it's pretty cold, so I feel like I'm not as oily. Oh, and because I forgot to show you how the foundation oxidizes, I'm gonna do it right now. To be honest, it applies so thinly on the face that it doesn't really affect it too much. You can definitely tell that it becomes more peachy, at least for the specific color. But again, it's pretty like light to medium coverage, so I don't feel like it's too intense that I can really notice it on my skin. So that's gonna be it for this review video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe because, like I said, the wrap up will be coming up. And I will be linking the playlist down below if you are interested in watching the other ones, because I feel like the videos are more exciting than this one. This one is such a meh review because I've been trying to make this work, and there's some worse days than others, but unfortunately it's just not worth trying to make it work that badly. Let me know in the comment section if you feel the same or differently about it. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will be putting on the screen the videos that I've done that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.